G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson I'll be teaching you how to play Where Were You in the Morning by Shawn Mendes. Now for the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you won't need a capo. If you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Now this is a really fun song to play, but it's also really easy because we have the same guitar riff that's played throughout the whole song. Now for the main riff, we're going to be finger picking. And for the finger picking rules, your thumb will take care of the 6th string and your index and middle finger will play the 4th and 3rd strings respectively. First off, I'm going to teach you the easiest way of playing the main riff. And then I'm going to teach you how it's actually played in the recording, which is just a slight variation with some more advanced technique. So to start off our riff, we have an A-7 shape like this. So you'll need your middle finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, and then ring and pinky finger go on the 5th fret of the 4th and 3rd strings. So that's our A-7 shape that we're going to start with. So we'll start by pinching all those 3 strings together, like that, on the 1 beat. And then on the 2 beat, you'll just need to do a muted slap. So you just drop your hand onto the strings and it'll make that percussive slap sound. Now, most of that sound is going to come from your thumb making contact with the bass strings, pushing that string down and hitting the metal strip. So it's as simple as just dropping the side of your thumb onto the bass strings and then you'll get that slap. That's on the 2 beat, and then on the 3 beat, you need to take this shape up 2 frets. And this is what we call a B-7 shape. And we're going to pinch this on the 3 beat and also the end beat after the 3. So 3 and then after that on the 4 beat we have another slap. And so far it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now to end this first bar we need to go up to another chord shape. Now this is called a C major 7. So our ring and pinky finger stay on these 3rd and 4th strings. Slide them up 2 frets to the 9th fret. And your middle finger will now go onto the 8th fret of the 6th string. So this is our C major 7, and we're going to pluck this on the end beat after the 4 for this bar. So we have this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we hold out the C major 7 until the 2 beat of the next bar, where we'll just do another slap. And then on the 3 beat, we'll pinch this C major 7 again. And then on the 4 beat, we'll go back down to this B-7 and pinch that 1 time. So in total, the easiest way of playing this main riff is like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's it for the easiest way of playing the main riff, and you could just play that throughout the whole song basically if you wanted to. Just repeat it over and over. But now I'm going to teach you the slightly harder version, which is how it's actually played in the recording. And this is just optional if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So we're going to start with this A-7 on the 1 beat like we did in the easy version, so pinching all 3 strings. On the end beat after that, we'll pluck just the 6th string by itself. And then on the 2 beat, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a slap, but we're also going to be flicking some of the strings and playing them at the same time. So what you'll see in the tab are some X's which indicate the slap, so your thumb should come down on the bass strings like that, but at the same time you also want to flick your index and middle finger so they hit the 3rd and 4th strings like that. And that's on the 2 beat. So that provides a percussive sound while playing some notes like that. So just that A minor section by itself, 1 and 2, and that's it, 1 and 2. Practice that slowly, but to recap, you want to be slapping with your thumb, but at the same time flicking these 2 fingers so that they're hitting those strings and ringing them out. And then from there on, everything is exactly the same. So we have our B-7 on the 3 end beat, 3 and slap, go up to the C major 7 on the end beat after 4, slap on the 2 beat, and then C major 7, B-7. And in total, the more complex riff will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm going to teach you how to play the intro and chorus lead riffs, which are really fun. So these two parts I'm about to show you are exactly the same riff, just played in two different octaves or positions. So to start the higher octave riff, we need our index finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to pluck that and hammer it onto the 9th fret of the 3rd string. Now that's a slow hammer on, it's not one where you hammer on straight away. You need to play it and then hammer on. One and not rushed like that. After that, we then go up to the 8th fret of the 2nd string, back to the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and then your index finger will go up to the 8th fret of the 2nd, because we're going to do a hammer on onto the 10th fret. Now that is a fast hammer on. You'll hammer on straight away for that one, back to the 8th fret, and then finish on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. So that's the first chunk of this riff, which sounds like this. And then for our second chunk of this riff, we're going to start with our middle finger on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to slide this up to the 12th fret really quickly. And then we're going to do it again. So twice in total, but the second time you slide back down to the 10th fret. So like that. After that, we'll pluck the 10th fret by itself and then the 8th fret. And a total for the second chunk. And then finally for the last chunk, you'll hit this 8th fret and hammer onto the 10th fret. That's a quick hammer on, and then go back down to the 8th fret, and then we end on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. And the third chunk. And a total for the lead riff in the higher octave. And you just repeat that over and over again in the intro and the chorus. So next I'll teach you how to play that riff in the lower octave. And we're going to start with our index finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. We'll hit that and hammer onto the 7th. Now remember, that's a slow hammer on, so 1 and not hammering on straight away. And then we go up to the 5th fret of the 4th string, back to the 7th fret of the 5th, and then back to the 5th fret of the 4th string, but we're going to hammer on to the 7th. And that's a quick hammer on. Then back down to the 5th fret of the 4th, and we end this chunk on the 7th fret of the 5th. And then total. Then for our second chunk, we go up to the 7th fret of the 4th. We're going to hit this and slide up quickly to the 9th. We do that twice, but the second time you slide back down to the 7th fret. So, and then we pluck the 7th fret another time, and then go down to the 5th fret and pluck that another time. So the second chunk. And then to end this, we're going to pluck this, hammer on to the 7th, back down to the 5th, and then end on the 7th fret of the 5th. And in total for the lower octave riff, and again, you just repeat that over and over. So that's everything you need to learn. Now I'll be playing through the song, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context for you to practice along to. I'll be playing the harder variation of the main riff, but of course you can just use the easy one as well, and just repeat that out through the whole song.
To know ya, why you gotta get my hopes up? You said that you were staying over, but then I woke up to the cold air. How could you make me believe that there was something in between you and me? Yeah, I look around and I don't see you. Where were you in the morning, baby? You didn't leave your number for me. About breakfast, you made it it seem like we connected? I guess I just didn't expect this. How could you make me believe that there was something in between you and me? Yeah, I look around and I don't see you. Where were you in the morning, baby? You didn't leave your number for me. Left me without a warning, baby. I said, where were you in the morning, baby? How do you just walk away? Where were you? How do you just walk away? Where were you? And I hope you had a good visit, 'cause I know you had a good time. And I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I keep wondering why. Where were you in the morning, baby? You didn't leave your number for me. Left me without a warning, baby. I said, where were you in the morning, baby? How do you just walk away? Where were you? How do you just walk away? Where were you? How do you just walk away? Where were you? How do you just walk away? Where were you?
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this, then hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the little notification bell as well, so that you don't miss out my updates. I've also started a second YouTube channel called Guitar Zero to Hero Express, where I just upload the covers for you to practice along with. So make sure you subscribe to that, follow me on Instagram, leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.